Podcast. Today we are flying high as we're going to go over the victory in Amalie Arena against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So stay with us. We're going to go over it right now. Blackhawks fans, welcome into Victory Thursday edition of the Chicago Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast. I'm Joe Vitale, and that is Skoks. Today, the Blackhawks win a game of the sport of hockey in Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay, Florida, against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Little bit of a rivalry there ever since that 2015 drubbing by the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Because they destroyed them, and I loved it.
Patrick Sharp.
Duncan Keith, the dagger, I want to say, against Ben Bishop.
Great stuff.
Yeah, man, I love this. You love to see it. I love to see it. The Blackhawks fans love to see this. So I can go over the numbers with you. So that was a 5-3 victory. Chicago Blackhawks over the Tampa Bay Lightning. 6 goals coming in the first period. 4 of those Blackhawks goals. So electric first period. And once you get up, 2 goals, worst lead in hockey.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to battle back, especially with the way that the Tampa Bay Lightning have been playing, where they like to take a period off. But I mean, it's kind of strange because if you just look at the numbers, you would have thought that Tampa Bay would have won this game. So 33-29 shots on goal edge to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Only 4 shots, not that big of a deal, but a 64.2% over a 35.8% face-off percentage.
Wow.
So boys need to work on the face-offs, that's for sure. 1 for 5 on the power play, 20%. It's not the end of the world, but Tampa Bay Lightning went 1 for 4 at 25%, which is a little bit better. The PIM situation is just outrageous. But, we were talking off the air. A lot of that came 19-18 into this third period. So you can take like 12 PIMs off. So it'll be like an 8-10 type situation, which is obviously the power play. Hawks went 1 for 5, Tampa Bay went 1 for 4. So that makes sense. The maths. Not a math guy, I will admit, though. So 22-11 in the hit department, Tampa Bay doubling up the Hawks. So kind of looks like Chicago had puck possession for the majority of the time, which is nice. And then, man, this is really, really cool. I'd like to see it. Chicago out by 3x, out blocking the Tampa Bay Lightning 20-6. So I'm glad people are getting in front of pucks and eating pucks and whatever. I would hanker a guess that a lot of those come from Connor Murphy, because that dude loves vulcanized rubber. He just eats it, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then, so we can go over about how these goals were scored. First one was the power play, the only power play goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Anthony Cirelli. And I saw that one, wasn't enough pressure really by the Blackhawks. Cirelli was just kind of chilling, like literally right in front of Peter Mrazek. Peter Mrazek made like a bad play on it. I think Brian. I watched the recap from NHL.com, and so they had Brian Engblom, who's the between the benches guy for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and he was like saying, Mrazek was mad at himself for that goal because when he went to go push his pads together, the left one rode up on the right. So he kind of, Mrazek, that is, went right, left instead of both the left and the right to seal that 5-hole off.
Yeah.
And prevent that goal from the puck going in 5-hole. He can, Mrazek's been working on it in practice. That's what Engblom is saying. So he's just going to continue to do that. And, a little bit of a stinker to let in, but on the power play. So, maybe the PK, maybe get a couple more reps in practice for the Blackhawks.
Yeah. Oh, how about that first tying goal, right? Game tying goal early on. Connor Bedard just parking his butt in front of the net, sort of looping back like around to the front of the net. Philip Khrushchev, I mean, what a pass. Cross crease, somehow finds its way over to Connor there, drops his stick. Bedard drops his stick behind the net, finds time to retrieve it, and man, just parks himself perfect spot to deflect that puck in there.
And I'd also like to mention who he beat. Connor Bedard was Victor Hedman.
Yeah.
So
all 6'6" of them.
Yeah, like 6'6", 238.
Yeah.
And Connor Bedard is like maybe 5'10", so giving up like, 6 inches, probably more like 7 or 8 inches.
Yeah,
and
right. On skates,
like 50 pounds.
Yeah.
It's
unreal.
That's crazy. So, great for Bedard to bury that. And I mean, he was on tonight.
Ooh.
He was having he had a great, hat trick watch.
Yeah.
2 plus 4, I want to say. I mean, what more? No, he's just +2. My fault. So 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points, +2 on hat trick watch. He on his, we'll get to it. We're going down the list right now. So
yeah.
Connor Bedard from Phil Khrushchev, great on Phil Khrushchev to go into the corner, retrieve the puck, dish it out into Bedard, to Bedard for him to get that 1T, bury it, boom, done. Next goal is Nikita Kucherov, because why not? Dude is on fire.
On fire.
So he was left all the way open.
Oh, yeah.
So Tanner Jeannot from the point, which I don't know why Tanner Jeannot is at the point doing slap passes, but that's okay. And into a wide open Nikita Kucherov. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Going to need to tighten up the D on that. I'm not sure. I saw it was Murph and Vlasic, I want to say, on the ice. And they were just both in front of the net. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah. I mean, how do you not cover number 86 in blue?
Yeah, I mean, if you got to cover one of them, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
So
I would recommend it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
And then the next goal, Kevin Korchinski getting his first NHL goal. And on the replay, I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, no chance. Entwistle had it and he deflected into the net. And then, Entwistle, good on him to go immediately for the puck.
Yeah.
But I was like, what, dude, you tipped that in. Why are you grabbing it? But it went off of the skate blade of Darren Radish.
Yeah. Brother of Taylor Radish.
Yes, the other Radish brother.
Yeah.
The evil Radish.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So really great on him getting the puck on the net. When you go up against a team like the Tampa Bay Lightning, amazing team, but they played a lot of hockey. Something along the lines of like 100 extra games.
Wow.
Like these past couple seasons with going to the Stanley Cup final 3 years in a row.
All the way.
I mean, dude, they're playing a lot of hockey. They're gassed, bro, and they're a little old. And You
Not a
know,
very young team now.
no, and right now, Jonas Johansson is going sicko mode.
Yeah.
He's doing really well, and but in these types of instances, when all the stars align,
Hmm.
get that puck on the net, and sure enough, Korchinski does it, buries it, boom,
Hmm.
goal one. And there was also assist one for Mackenzie Antwistle on the year.
Really?
Granted, hasn't been playing that much. He's been getting health bombed, but
Right.
still a little kind of interesting first of the year for Antwistle. So these next couple goals
Hmm.
while buried by Tyler Johnson and Connor Bedard,
Hmm.
they both start with Nick Foligno.
Oh yeah.
This guy, he has been rejuvenated.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was the offseason surgery. I
Hmm.
don't know if it was the fact that he took his time with his injury coming back.
Hmm.
But he defensive juggernaut. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is what he's brought on for. This is where he is on the back nine, maybe even the back three of his career.
Hmm.
But he made some absolutely incredible
Sauce.
defensive plays. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Right.
defensive plays to get the puck
Oh
and
yeah.
then get it exactly.
Yeah.
His passing also primo.
Hmm. Uh, yeah. That. Let's see here. That's the third goal for the Hawks, making it 3-2. Bedard to TJ on that 2-on-1. Uh,
Yeah,
I think,
former Tampa Bay Lightning Tyler
yeah,
Johnson.
and on this 2-on-1, who was that? 44. Calvin DeHaan was trailing by maybe like a foot, between Bedard and TJ, right? So I kind of had a feeling that he was going to sauce it over to him, because they had the space for it. But man, uh, TJ burying it. That's great play, great play.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Hmm.
And yeah, Calvin DeHaan just trying to get a little cute, trying to force a play.
Right.
He was guilty of that when he was with the Hawks.
Hmm.
So
Hawks
at
legend.
least he's
Yeah.
consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next is the Connor Bedard, his second goal,
Hmm.
7 on the year,
Wow.
and same thing. Starts with a Nick Foligno. Gets that pass,
Hmm. Oh,
cuts that
sauced it.
pass off,
Yeah.
and yeah, and it doesn't get any better
Hmm.
when you got Connor Bedard finishing like that.
Yeah. And he tried going to his backhand when he caught the pass, right? Right in front of the net, right in front of the goalie. Looked like he couldn't get the elevation on it for that backhander, because it's a pretty easy backhander when you have that space. But
Right,
it seemed like it fluttered a bit, and it just hit a skate. And hey, man, it's in the back of the net, so we'll take it.
right, yeah. Bedard going forehand, backhand,
Hmm.
going between the wickets, and then
Yeah,
Anthony Sorelli burying it home for us. So
yeah.
thanks for that, Tony. And thanks for that, Tone. And so
Yeah.
we're then lots of time, 1952 into the second period.
Hmm.
Sorry, I lied. 2:12 into the second period. So this was soon after.
Hmm.
Um, on the power play, Connor Bedard hat trick watch
Yeah.
puts a laser beam towards the net, little low.
Hmm.
Corey Perry deflects it in, top cheese.
Yeah.
It's done.
Hmm.
And that honestly was probably the dagger
Hmm.
for the game. Because when you go up, 4-2 Chicago leads,
Hmm.
worst lead in hockey. But once you go up 5-2,
Oh yeah.
And Tampa Bay been taking that third period off, so
hmm Weird.
we just did their job for them.
Yeah. Um, like I was saying earlier, I thought he buried that one, Connor, by himself. It seemed like it found the path, right? But hey, good on Perry, man. Just getting a stick in the way, That's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Tampa Bay legend Corey Perry,
Yeah, legend.
they gave him a nice tribute video.
hmm
You know, Perry a little emotional. Mom's trip,
hmm
Mrs. Perry, Mama
Right.
Perry, getting a little emotional. Like to see that.
hmm
Corey Perry, he's a beauty, and
Yep.
he's gonna get those tributes. So, and then finishing up here,
hmm
Steven Stamkos, uh, kind of a broken play
Yeah.
uh, at the end there. Once again, the defensive coverage was just abysmal. I mean,
Oh yeah.
uh, the Hawks were, like I said, broken play. You can't really defend against those types,
hmm
but like there was like two guys in front of the net
Right.
that were just like chilling.
hmm
So
Yeah. Wide open. Wide open.
yeah, yeah.
hmm
I mean, it's 5-3.
hmm
It was 17:50 into the third period, so you've only got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game.
hmm
Nothing's gonna happen. So,
Right.
um,
The 3 stars came out not long ago, actually. Bedard, obviously, with 2 goals, 2 assists, first start of the game. Peter Mrazek, surprisingly, in at 30 saves because what was it? 3 goals? Yeah, so 30 for 33. Solid game all around. Made some real good saves. Situational saves, right? Where you have to make one of those, the spectacular ones. Got to make a save, and Peter Mrazek has been playing very well. It's surprising, like
yeah,
honestly, yeah.
I agree. And
hmm
and like, two of those 3 goals
Oh yeah, yeah,
were not his fault. Like, I mean,
yeah.
there's nothing to do about the Kucherov one.
Oh no.
The 86 is burying that all day.
hmm
The
Wide open.
Stamkos one, same thing.
Yeah.
Broken play. No one's covered.
Nope.
Just whatever. Like that first one. Would he have liked to have it back? Yeah, man, of course. But
Yeah.
you're going to make mistakes. He made the saves when it counted,
hmm
and 909 from Peter Mrazek against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'll take it every
Yeah.
day of the week.
Not bad. Uh, Third start of the game, Nick Foligno, 3 apples, like we said earlier, but he has been playing very well, even on that first line there with Khrushchev and Bedard. His skating looks decent, like yeah, he's not fast, but I I think he's a good skater. Uh, he's not choppy, like he's not lumbering out there. He's a pretty decent skater, and it's showing that playing on that top line, he's able to get those passes through. That's just helping him out, man. He's been playing some real good hockey here. It's nice to see.
Yeah, and Phil Kurashev, man.
Ooh,
I mean, dude, that guy is
the Chevy.
yeah, he's doing great, man.
Yeah.
I like what he's given this team,
hmm
and he's arrived, which is awesome.
Yeah. hmm
Uh,
And like coming off of that wrist injury, right? I mean, he's just on fire. Uh,
yeah,
that's awesome for Khrushchev. Let's see here. There are still no updates with the injuries. So, uh,
yeah.
yeah.
3 Blackhawks players leave the game,
hmm
so that's Jared Tenorti, Andreas Athanasiou, and Taylor Hall.
hmm
That Taylor Hall hit, or that Michael Asamont hit,
hmm
drag, tackle, whatever you want to call it. on Taylor Hall was I didn't like it. So,
No.
and Taylor Hall just cannot catch a break, and I feel for the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's been no announcement on any detail of that injury yet for any of them, actually, for all three Hawks. But Coach Luke said that Taylor Hall did look better in the locker room. So, I mean, yeah, he's going to be walking around, but I'm pretty sure that something's, not right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw him. He gave out the belt
Yeah.
in post game. So,
Mhm.
and people were extrapolating from that, saying, "Oh, well, he can walk, so that's good."
Mhm.
Yeah, God, and the sky is blue, the grass is green, and the Pope is Catholic, dude. Jesus,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're a human being with two legs. You're supposed to walk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm glad that it sort of seems, I guess, sort of kind of seems that, it's not an ACL or anything,
Yeah.
or a meniscus or whatever. So
Mhm.
it's not really, really, really serious, and for that
Yeah.
we're thankful.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be like a hyperextension or something, looked like he got like twisted up a bit. So
Right.
we'll see. Yeah. But
That might have been the surgically repaired one as well,
right. Uh, so hopefully,
which,
yeah, we'll I'll find out here uh, soon, tomorrow,
yeah.
Saturday. Yeah, hopefully.
I was gonna say, Hawks play Saturday, right, against Florida.
It's a Sunday
Sunday.
matinee, noon.
Oh, right, noon
Yeah.
during football because that makes sense.
Yeah. Right.
But okay, so they'll have a good solid Friday, Saturday,
hmm
2.5 days
Right.
to rest and recuperate
Yeah.
and get down to Sunrise, Florida, enjoy the weather,
hmm
and hopefully beat the Panthers again.
That would be fun. Lots of fun. Yeah, and we'll see who plugs in here if we do have some guys out double A. Obviously Zaitsev would plug back in, possibly Reese Johnson plugging back in there. We'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Athanasiu, it's unfortunate because he's a top 6 guy.
Right.
And I think, I mean, lately he's been middle 6, but his speed is undeniable.
Yeah.
And who's he been playing with recently?
Tonight's
Donato and Dickinson.
tonight's line was double A Dickinson at center, and who else was it? I think Tyler Johnson.
Oh, Brad. Okay.
Yeah. If I could find the lineup really quick, it's not here, but yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I believe it was Tyler Johnson. Yep.
I just think he's been playing well with his line mates.
Yeah. Right.
That's all. And he does have, a decent amount of skill. So, replacing that's going to be a little hard. But, replacing a Tenorti is not going to be a big deal. And replacing Taylor Hall will be a big deal, but is what it is. And I'm going to finish with this right quick. This is not Blackhawks related in the least, but the San Jose Sharks and the Edmonton Oilers were in action tonight. And
is that game over now?
It's over, and the San Jose Sharks won. So,
wow.
I think there could be seismic changes happening.
Yeah.
As soon as tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, definitely.
And just a lot of Schadenfreude,
Yeah.
from the rest of the league watching that game. But I think that's going to do it for this edition of the Chicago Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast. Thank you guys for watching and listening. and on this Thursday victory Thursday.
Mhm.
So go Hawks. We'll see you Sunday
Mhm.
for 12 p.m. against the Panthers in Sunrise, Florida.
Mhm.
So have a good rest of the week and good weekend, and we'll catch you later Sunday. Go Hawks.
Let's go Hawks.